Hi, welcome back to the next part of the gearbox tunnel rebuild. So I got the front part of the tunnel made up. I'm quite happy with that. But what I need to do is put the gearbox back in and start looking at the gear selector and anything else that needs to happen around there. I'm going to leave the underside because I want to get another look at the clearances on that. Just want to be sure before I start paneling that up. But I'll go get the gearbox back in and we'll have a look at it. Alright, so this is it from above. I'm going to put my hand in somehow. Yeah, it's literally just, I can feel it's just under there. So if there's a hump there's a casting which is just in line here, so I think I'm gonna have to put in a piece basically like that, but you know, legit. The way to do that is center console in, mark the inside. In fact, let me just do it. Alright, so if I position that correctly, I'm not too worried. I know the gearbox is sticking over a little bit because it's not properly bolted in. So that's where it should sit. Trusty red pen. Try and not fall over and look cool. Sorry, this is a bit dark. So if we call that centre. So that is the inside of the console. Now I can't cut that straight out and then tip it over because I want to make sure that we're clear. So I think what I really need to do is grab something. Where did I put that? Just there. Right. Let's get back to it. Bear with me. Right, so this area here is what I'm going to look to remove. 20mm from here, 20mm from there. Feels like if I cut here, I've got enough clearance for the gearbox, and we'll bring it across. And I'll just got that cut out now. Right, it's up and in, but I'm still touching. So what it is, there we go. Just here, got to go a little wider, not by much. Okay, there. Yeah, just a little bit. Not as much as what I thought. That's not so bad. Right, I'm going to lower this down. Probably take I'll lower it down. Yeah, lower it down and I'll get that adjusted. Right, bit more arts and crafts and I've made that. So this will be made from one piece. I'm going to try and fold it, do a good job of it. But that's essentially what it's going to do. And that will fit inside the center console. So I'm going to crack on and make it. I'm really impressed. It's been ages since I've made something like this, as you can tell from some of the other stuff that I've done. But that has gone straight on. I've not played with it, I've not modified it, I've not tried to make it to anything it's not. So I'm going to mark it where it's going to go, just because I might need to. I've made it a little bit wider, which is always a good thing, but that has just gone straight on and I'm very happy. Oh, I'll also drill that out for plug welding and weld up the sides before I fit it, because it's easier to to weld those bits and get them clean before I put it in. But yeah, one piece. Really happy. Because I haven't had to modify the gear stick position, I haven't had to really do it. Well, I've not done anything to this. And that means I can start building up this, because this is the last bit to come in. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to come up here, keep this angle similar, and then go vertical around here. So I want to put like what I'm thinking is like a rubber seal that will go from this to here. Not entirely sure I'm going to do that. Possibly print it, but we will see. So yeah, and then do the same on the opposite side, and then this bit in the middle I've already marked here and here, roughly where the inside of the center console is, so I can make sure I miss that. Like I say, if I come up to about there, we'll be well under, and do the same there. And then the ends, I'll just make a panel that seals it. There's no point doing anything fancy with it, because no bugger's going to see it. So I'm going to mock something up in card, which is going to take me a while, so I will be back when it's done. This is a weird twist of fate, but the offcut I've got left from all this shite is actually about there. Yeah, I'm going to miss a little bit on this corner, but quite honestly I could probably put in a little piece and no one's going to really know or care. But I'm quite happy with it, so I'm going to try and make it one piece, which could be disastrous, but we shall see. I'll take it steady. End of the day, if it's wrong, I can just cut it up into pieces and make, I might as well do something with this offcut, otherwise it's going to be sat there gathering dust and going rusty. So I'm going to mark it out, quickly cover the car again so I don't ruin the paint any more than I have done, and get this thing cut out and bent. Right, I've tacked it in to give an understanding of where it sits, and the center console does go over it, but it's really tight on this side. Right, from an end view, I thought I got this okay. There we go. If I come back a bit there, you can see how much room I've got available here. So what I'm thinking is I will
cut the top piece away, get that flattened out a little bit from when I've been beating on it, because we can use the pieces that are here. But I think what I'm going to do is drop the top down slightly. It's going to go over this anyway. Flatten, lower this angle here so it comes up, and then we'll come a bit close to the gearbox. We've got enough room to do it. And something similar. Oh, hang on. Sorry. And something similar on that side, although I don't think I can. What I think I'll end up doing, because I've got more clearance this side anyway, is leave this angle here and just drop the height slightly. That'll be the driver for this. Yeah, get this side right, which is not far off. I think a bit of tweaking on the panel from a tunnel point of view. See, because what I've got here, you can see it drops away, so I need to put a bit more of a bend on that. Yes, that's quite a gap there. It's okay here. Question. Right, I'll figure it out. I'll be back in a minute. Right, I brought these in. See, I've got a bit of an overlap there, but before I take this off, I don't want it to move. So I thought I'm going to do the end piece, which I've wrapped in tape, and you can see a pencil line, so I've got got that marked out. I've done the same here. Sorry, it's a bit dark. On this side, and then I'll do the front once I've done that side, and then I can take this off in one piece. Let me think. Trim these back, weld it all up. I've got a piece to put on to go around here, which is fine, but the center console fits, and there's gearbox space, so everything's good. I'll be back in a sec. So I spent some time on the bench and it's done. To be fair, I'm really happy with how it came out, because at first it looked a little bit slapdash with how I'd had to trim it down and all the other stuff, and it's come up really well. I'm not going to blow my own trumpet on it, but yeah, I think I'm pretty happy about that. I'll slot it in and I'll show you what it looks like. So that's about it. I've not trimmed the transmission tunnel yet. I want to just get it in position and be happy with it. But that sits fairly centrally over there. Hard to tell because of the dog leg, but I can still access everything. And I'll make a seal that will go over here and just cover that. But yeah, how cool is that? So next up, I'm just going to trim the tunnel, get this so it slots in nicely. Get it tack welded or welded, and go from there. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. So they're both welded in. I'm really happy with how they're looking. I think the gearbox has got to come out again so I can finish the underside, but I think we're making some good progress here. It's starting to feel a bit more real. Now the holes are filled on the top, on the tunnel, that it looks more complete. I've been a bit daunted by the whole thing, particularly when I'd only just got it in there and half the tunnel was missing, and I needed to figure out how I was going to actually put something back in. But yeah, I'm really happy. I just need to get cracking, say gearbox out, and go for finishing the welding underneath. There's the original mounts. I need to tidy that lot up, figure out what's going to fit and what doesn't, and yeah, that's it then. Everything is done on the underside, so I can get some of the other jobs done. But anyway, that's for next time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.